The brain is a very powerful organ, and it can literally change your life, change your behaviors, all the things that you heard about so far this morning. You need to think of the brain as in many ways as uncharted territory. The question is, I see some folks in this room, you know, we got some guys that are over 30. Except you, how old are you? 19? You're in sales now? Are you in sales? Oh, but you're here for the sales thing? Are you going to get in sales? Good, they'll give you the training. Y'all remember the training? Go get them. Remember that? You come back, man, it's hard out there. I don't like it. People are rejecting me. We got a motivational program. Hang in there. You can do it, right? That's about the extent of it, is it? Some of you got the advanced training. Here, go get them. Here's your samples. You know, I mean, the extent of what they teach us ain't much. And the challenge is for all of you to independently decide what you're going to do to manage your skill sets and your behaviors. You know, the brain's an amazing, amazing organ. And one of the things I've been studying a lot lately is how the brain evolves and how we can actually change our brain. And it begins by changing the smile, the enthusiasm. If you behave like you're enthusiastic, you will become enthusiastic. You literally change your brain. Without getting into lots of discussions about synaptic nerve endings and how the neocortex fires and all the things that happen in the brain, let's leave it at this to say that when we forged the West many moons ago, remember the first time somebody, you know, you can imagine the first time somebody came out west in their covered wagon. You know what happened. They took the covered wagon across the fields of grain and they tamped down the grain. You can all imagine that, right? And then pretty soon somebody else said, well, that looks like a safe route to go. And they went the same route. And pretty soon a bunch of people kept going that same route. And next thing we had 2 tire tracks, 2 dirt wheel paths woven in there, right? Right? That's how we carve new paths in territory. Guess what? That's how you carve new paths in your brain. So what you need to do is figure out what behaviors will link to these results. And then more importantly, once you figure out what those are, you've got to make them habitual. See, I think what happens too often is we look at the results, we manage to what we did at the end of the week or the end of the month or the end of the year. We say, hey, by God, I did good. Or, this is hard. You know, you've got to decide how you're going to link your behaviors to the results, and then once you figure out what works, you've got to make a habit of it. You can't decide, well, sometimes if I work at Outback Steakhouse, sometimes I'll smile, sometimes I'll get down to eye level. You've got to decide that you're going to make that a habit. Even though it doesn't work 100% of the time, you have to practice it 100% of the time.